Good morning, Tatsters. How are we all doing? Welcome back to your daily dose of Morning Readies. Hopefully the microphone's okay. Yesterday's episode was having mic issues. So if you could just quickly let me know if this microphone is working, definitely. And then we're all good. If you're new here, I'm George Ross. Wait for this. This is Retro Reselling. Look at that. Episode 3, Wednesday morning, sun's out, blue sky, all good. Hopefully this is getting you up and ready. I know it is. I've had lots of good comments. And today we have our first, hopefully, if he's up, special guest. Oh, Derek's in the chat. Yes, no secret. Today's guest should be up there. We've got Derek Payne, TatPeddler. He'll come on sort of 1:45, get him on what he's up to. Got a few questions. And if you have got questions for Derek, put them in the chat. Just put in bold, like capital letters, question for Derek, just so it's easier to see when I'm scrolling back. And again, if you are watching live, there's a live chat, like I just said. Say hi to everyone. I'll try and dip in at the end if there's time. And yeah, we've got hashtag Morning Readies. If you're on Instagram, just a post about anything reselling related, sales, something funny, anything really, where you're watching from. Hashtag Morning Readies in the posts, and then we'll get them up and I'll go through. I've done it again. I'll go through a few. There you go. Why is that such trouble? So, and again, got some news. Not as much news because we've got a guest and my tip of the day, which is sending offers out to watchers. So, first of all, if we do the hashtag Morning Readies, if I get my screen share and get going. Here we go. Right, so I probably won't. We've had like an influx of Morning Readies posts, so I probably can't read them all out. But this isn't just for the live chat. I've set this up as well, so people can head there, check out people's sales, help each other out, everything like that. And yeah, we've got quite a few. For some reason on the desktop, it doesn't do it in order of time, but there's lots of ones that I haven't seen before. So love that people getting involved. So I'll pick a few out here. This one looks cool. Like a bit of retro. Oh, it's a fishing game. I thought it was like a mobile phone. Bell Vintage Reseller. Picked this up. Vintage game in a charity shop for £1. Sold it for 20 on eBay. And like I say, that's a bill payer. Plus free postage. So yeah, £1 to 20 minus fees, minus postage. That's covered your water for the week. Like a bit of American sports as well. We've got Brady. Sound is much better. Oh, good. Microphone's working today. Although I have ordered a new one, just in case. Brady. What's this? Another £20 sale, another bill payer, and another £1 pickup. PRTV Media. So thanks for that. And we've got PRTV Media again. Nice sales there. All F1 programs sold. £27. Oh, nice bundle there. Paid 60p. Awesome sales. And there was another one. A Monopoly game for £35. Board games purchased years ago for £5 in the sales. Not bad. I guess like Smiths and everywhere is still closed. And I had to click on this one. Flat Eric. Another £1 pickup. Favorite pickup of the year, £1. What did you sell him for? I don't think I can see that. Plus should be a solid. What's he worth now? Loose £40-50 maybe. Awesome. I've got my Tat Eric in the other room with his IKEA bag. I've got a Wii U. Football shirts. I'll click on this one. Make this the last one for now. Watch the cloth. I know you like your vintage football shirts, George. Yes, I do. £2 in the charity shop. Goes to show if you don't go in and look, you'll never find gems. £60. Italia 90. Oh, man. Should have had a bid myself if I would have seen that. But yeah, keep your hashtags coming in. There we go. Ready. What is this? 12 minutes ago. Coffee and Morning Readies. Ready. Awesome. Thanks for that. Yeah, keep them coming in. And it's not just for the live show. It's for if you're watching later at night time. I know people watch at night time as well. Because I was going to share some comments. Obviously, I can't reply to every comment. I'll do my best. There's a few comments. I think this is from the pilot. There's a couple I wanted to read out quickly before we get on. I go, Chris Reader. He starts work at 6 a.m. Takes his break at 8:30, so it's perfect timing. So, Chris, if you are in, Hope you've been working hard. And yeah, thanks for joining in. Really enjoyed the first episode. I'd like to request Mel from Sparrow's End. Mel yourself, a favourite reselling YouTubers. I'd love to get you two together. Yeah, Mel's one of the ones I've messaged. I've messaged loads of different people, male and female. Obviously, don't want just lads all the time. Get some clothing ladies on, jewellery sellers on. And I've got a couple lined up, actually. So stay tuned. And there was another one just before we move on. Where is it? I know it was here somewhere because someone was at work. Oh, no, that was one I just read out, actually. Had to do with, so I've helped someone out about dealing with non-payers there and scammers. Yeah, it was mainly that one. Someone's at work, timed perfectly with their break. So that's awesome. Yeah, keep your comments coming in. I'll flick them on when I can. And there's your morning readies and sale. Oh, wait a minute. Got to flick it up. We got, where is it? Okay, I've got rid of the sale of the day banner, but never mind. Sale of the day anyway. Not necessarily the highest amount. But as you would have known, if you saw my boot sale video a few weeks ago, I picked up 2 pairs of shoes, for £5, so £2.50 each, and they were rough condition. And during the video, in the comments section, people doubting me, like, "Oh, why are you picking them up? I'll never pick them up. You're never going to sell those." Really? I've sold both of them now, son. And this was the second pair. Obviously, they're going to take a bit longer, but like I keep saying, the right name with the right brand, Air Jordan, hot stuff in a good size as well, size 10. They still sell. It owes me £2.50, and it's gone for this price here, £19.99 plus £4 postage. I think boots go slightly heavier. So there we go. The doubters have proved them wrong, didn't I? Lovely stuff. One of my favourite things to do. So yeah, open your mind up, even if they're rough. Like I think I did show the bottoms, but there was holes in the bottom. There we go. So if you tread in a puddle or anything, you're going to get wet socks. But people customize them. High sought after shoes like Air Jordans. People customize them. I think that's who they're going to. Do them up, refurb them, sell them on, keep them. So yeah, and that's that one. So, tip of the day, tips and tricks. I touched on it yesterday, and the best thing that eBay have introduced is sending offers out to watchers. And I thought I would quickly guide you through. I've done it before, but I'll do it now in case you are unsure. So, this is the Business Seller Hub. If you're a business seller on eBay, this is what it looks like. And all you have to do, go to listings, your active listings, click on that. Just wait for it to load. Paid for fiber here. And if you scroll down, here's your quick filters. You need to go send offers. Eligible, I've got 8 new watchers. You can only send one offer out to one set of watcher. And then here's your list down here. What I like to do, just sort of gaze quickly, just for time. I tick them all. I untick one. I untick the train, actually. So if you want to do multiple, you tick the box, what ones, send offers. And then here, this is the bit you have to be wary on. When it's multiple, you can send a percentage off. So here, I choose between 10 to 20%. There's some new items there. I do a 12%. 12%, it lets you know what the offer will be, just so you can work it out. Scroll down, make sure. Then you can obviously edit your your message. I just leave it as it is for now. Send. Boom, done. That's all it takes. This is on the desktop only. The app is one by one, takes a lot of time. But the one thing to be wary of, if you're doing one at a time, don't do like it's a percentage, like 15% off. It's actually how much you're offering the person when it's a single thing, which is quite annoying. So if I sent this now, it's gone from £40 to £15. So just be aware. You can change it here, but for some reason it changes when it's a single thing. So just be wary of that. So this one, there you go. I can change that percentage off. Double check. I know it's a train, so it's a high sought after item. I'll do 10. Just double check percentage. That's what we're going to get. Send offers. Done. And that's your tip of the day. put it to good use. That's why I aim high as well. Aim high, then the percentage off will look more attractive as well. And yeah, it gets daily sales for me. I think I had 2 or 3 sales from it yesterday just by itself. So that was good and wicked. We'll move on to today's news. Almost time for Derek. I can't see him in the chat. Hopefully he's awake. Apparently he's in the chat. Hang on a second. That's right. Just making sure he's in there. So yeah, today's news. Just one bit of news, sort of another tip. And obviously, as you know, in the current situation, the government in the UK, you get a self-employed grant if you've been affected, and they've released a checker. So you can check if you're eligible, and then you can sign up. So you can check if you are eligible. So simply Google, this is what I've typed in to get the top result, HMRC self-employed grant checker, and it's just the top one here. Obviously all Gov UK, so it's all official. You then scroll down, check if you're eligible to claim, and then use our online tool, and then it will bring you to here. Your self-assessment unique taxpayer reference. It's a 10-digit number. You should get it on letters or anything. I've already done mine and I'm eligible. And then once you type that in, it says if you are or not. And then there's another bit and you can basically sign up. So you get emailed or text message for when the grant, when you can apply. And I've set a reminder. It is this top corner. The 13th of May is when you can claim for that, which is exactly this time next week. So I'll put a note in the diary. I'll get my producer to do it. Remind you, 13th of May, we can apply for the self-employed grant from the government. That's taxable as well. So you've got to put it down on your books. But yeah, and Derek's in, I can see, which is well timed actually. So yeah, I'll remind you next week. Go and check it out, how I just done it. And yeah, bit of handiness. Special guest. There we go. Bang on time. Let's introduce our guests. Let me just all these different tabs. Here we go. So let's introduce to Morning Readies our first guest, Derek. Morning, mate.
Morning, George. Thanks for having me
on. Fresh and awake, are we?
Yeah.
Is that your alarm?
Just about. It's very early.
So thanks for joining me. So obviously bite-sized chunks. I'm going to push you on your backlog, your death file.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Past, present, and future. So obviously in the past, you done a live with Nick, didn't you? Actually, before this situation, it was getting you down a bit. You wanted to get on top of it.
I think it was January or something like that. Yeah.
So when did you start, and how long have you had a backlog for, sort of thing?
Well, I've been reselling for loads of years, but I started part-time probably around sort of 2016. And then I eventually went full-time 2018. And pretty much since I started sort of part-time, I've been building this backlog, mainly from auctions, because when I go to auctions, I buy big boxes of things, purely just to buy 1 or 2 things in the box, but you end up with 5 boxes of other random things. So I list the stuff that I wanted and any good things, and all the other stuff generally went onto the death piles. Yeah, and that's really how they built up and how they continue to build up. Really,
you're based in Scotland, aren't you? And you've got is it outbuilding you've got?
I have a big garage that I built to store my stock. I also recently refitted my office so I can store a lot of stuff in there, because the garage can get a bit damp during the winter and things like that. So I really want for next winter, I want all the sort of electricals and stuff like that to be inside the office, basically. I have got some big barns attached to my property, which eventually that's my long-term plan, is to move the business in there and really sort of scale it up as well. So that
was the past. So the present situation, as you know, obviously but you're pretty glad you have got this backlog, like unlimited stuff, I'm guessing, just piling it through. That's one
Yeah.
thing I've sort of messed up on, or not messed up, but got caught out. I got prepared for the boot sales, cleared shelves, ready to hit them, and then boom. Luckily, I've got a few deals now. But have you got stock like to last till the end of the year? Maybe next spring, next boot sale season.
I think if I worked it out, and roughly if I listed 10 a day, which I generally do, I've probably got a month's worth of really good items.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
To list, but I try to list a bit of really good stuff, a bit of, you know, just everyday bill payers, basically, like you say.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I try to get about 10 on a day. So I think I've probably got enough for basically the whole year. You know, if you cater in all of that sort of stuff, I've got absolutely loads of stuff. I've probably got about 4 or 5 different areas that have stock in.
Yeah.
But probably after about 6 months, I'll be really scraping the barrel with the stuff, assuming I can't get anything. Although I'm hoping that there's a local auction house, which one of my usual sourcing places. They're doing a completely online auction. So you can't view anything. You have to just buy it based on the pictures online. So you place all your bids, and then when you go to collect it, they arrange a time. They basically pre-arrange it, so you pay online, and you literally just pull up and load up your car without seeing anybody, basically.
I've done an online auction last week, and the stuff hasn't been delivered yet. But yeah, it's pictures only. I think it was maybe 1 or 2 pictures. So yeah that's another way.
It could either go 2 ways. It can go really good because not many other people want to do that, or loads of people will be trying to source stuff, and the prices will be too high. So I try to keep my buying prices quite low, really, for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
especially if it's unseen. You know.
Yeah. So then going into the future, obviously, is this going to change how you do it? Are you going to carry on stockpiling, like auctions, like getting loads of stuff, or are you going to scale down a bit? Like once this is say we're back to normal fully, how are you sort of planning on going forward? Really,
I always think I will have a death pile, mainly because this sort of situation proves how useful it is.
Yeah,
and I do a lot of sourcing at car boots, and they could quite easily be rained off and that sort of thing if you have really bad weather one year. So I think it is important to have a death pile, but I certainly want to limit it to basically one area, you know, rather than everything spreading into various different places like I've got now. And so just a smaller back.
So you are in what part of Scotland are you? Like north, south, east, west? Like
I'm sort of central Scotland, so I'm just outside Edinburgh.
Okay. So is rain a big thing, like throughout a normal year boot sales? Is it quite?
Yeah, I mean, it's raining a fair bit. I mean, you get really nice days, like today's beautiful, but yeah, sometimes it can be raining. But I'm lucky that my boot sale, it is outdoors, so in the summer it goes into the fields and things like that, but there is an indoor area, and it's quite a big indoor area. And there's also a couple of other indoor boot sales, so even though it rains, I've still got a good boot sale to source at, so that's good for me. I think basically they have to do it like that up here because you know it is quite a frequent thing that it could be miserable weather.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I think Essex is probably the driest county, I think, apart from London, maybe. But I think there's one indoor boot sale, I think, but that's like a 40-minute drive for me. So if I'm prepared to do that at 6:30, which I'm not, and then it's quite small as well. But we've got a new hard ground one near me. There's a couple. That one just started, a brand new one. Obviously, 2 weeks in, it's already been cancelled. But yeah, everything else is outside. So going into the future, when we're all good, I'm planning to get more of a backlog because it's a long winter without boot sales. That's where you get good stuff for cheap, like I say. But and obviously you like your electronics like me, don't you?
Yeah, I love all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Have you got many at the moment, or have you listed them all now?
I've still got quite a lot. I mean, I am starting to get to the what I would say the lower end of stuff. You know, I had some really sort of high ticket stuff,
Yeah.
but that's all listed now. Really, there's a few things I've still got.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got maybe sort of things that are sort of £30 or £40, just basic sort of shelf hi-fis, that sort of thing I've got left. I've still got all that to list. I've got some smaller electricals.
Yeah. You get the cool stuff, like expensive. You want to list it, boom. But then you get the dregs, like like with me, it's clothing and stuff. I've got a box, I think, of clothing still.
Yeah,
I really have to. Yeah,
I've got quite a lot of clothing in bin bags that I need to go through and sort out.
In the bin, just got rid of them.
Yeah, I might just put them straight in the bin. I don't like listing clothing, but I'm probably going to have to, really. Unless I can source some decent stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. And questions in the chat. I've got one up here ready for you from the Vinegar Jar, Peter, who should be coming on the channel this week or next week. He said, if you could sell everything, so I guess your whole store for half price, would you do it? How many listings have you got, Derek, actually?
I probably would if it's for listed price, yeah, and it was everything. Probably would, yeah. Because I probably could replace it all with the backlog quite quick.
How many listings have you got at the moment, roughly?
I hover around 1,000. So
I do. More than me. I've got.
I do struggle to keep it above 1,000, really.
I'm struggling to keep mine above 200. I'm on 170 something at the moment, but luckily the stuff's still going. I'm back at the unit today doing pictures. So yeah, at the moment I'm all right. Maybe for another month, then I might be struggling again. But
yeah, I mean, I've had a brilliant couple of months. Sales wise, selling all sorts of stuff that didn't sell before. So I'm selling them quicker than I'm actually getting them to list. I'm spending a lot of time packing as well. Especially with those electricals, it takes a lot, as you know, it takes a lot of packing to get them all packed up and stuff.
Yeah, it took me ages. On Monday, I had my trolley full, and there's like the Wii's, there's that lampshade, the trains. That's the only thing. But if it's higher price, then it's fine.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Luke, the reseller, do you have a limit to how much stock you will have and then stop until it drops a bit? Or we always purchase stock that seems a good deal? I do the latter. I guess you just buy and buy, do you, Derek? Is there a limit or not really?
Yeah, I would just continue to buy it. I suppose I mean, I go on the basis that eventually I will get around to listing it. So as long as I can afford it, I've got the money there in the business to buy it, then I probably would. I mean, storage permitting, I mean, if it was a real, if I came across a massive deal, then I'd have to consider it, whether I could store it, whether it would be worth it. But generally, I'd continue to buy. Yeah,
when I was in my smaller unit, I had to slow down last boot sale season in the middle because I just got my shelving. I'm in a bigger unit now, but I'd have to work it around. But my idea is, as long as I can get in and out safely, just keep buying and keep listing. Obviously, winter's long, like I said, and with now, I need the stuff to then work through again.
Yeah.
But my limit is, my space that I work in, really. Yeah. And then we've got working from home is the way to go. I have 3 sheds and use the house as well. And obviously that's what you do, and that's what I would do if I could. We're like a terrace house, so no garage. I've got a shed, but that's full of girls' toys, that garden toys and that. And I'm not allowed stock in the house now. It was in the loft at one point. So the idea in the future, obviously get a house with a garage, then convert back there. But for now, the unit's working, even though it's an expense.
Yeah.
Obviously, if people are starting out new, don't rush to get a unit. If you can start in a room, spare room, loft, shed, I'd recommend that. So all you need is that couple of £100 in rent a month, and then you could be losing money, which isn't ideal. And obviously, if you haven't seen Derek yet, I'm sure you have, but he has his own YouTube channel. Here we go, TatPeddler.
Yeah.
So if you could go ahead and subscribe, that'd be very welcomed. I guess Derek would appreciate that. Have you got any plans this week? I know you went live last night, didn't you, with a couple?
Yeah, I'm trying to do like a weekly or bi-weekly live now because I want to get my views up and stuff. But yeah, I've got an idea planned for this week regarding a live. It's a little bit different. Not sure how it's going to work yet. But so keep an eye out for that. I won't reveal what it is. Right. But I don't know how that will work out. But.
You won on my raffle, didn't you? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
You got the no.
I got the no. I did get some nice treats, which is
and you
good.
got talking of high-end electricals, you had this one. What did you sell this for? What was it?
Oh, is that the
turntable? It played both sides, didn't it?
Yeah, I think I got about £400 for it, maybe a little bit more, and I think it cost me £10, something like that, at auction, and it was in the box.
Was it working out the box, or did you have to replace the belts or anything?
I had to replace the belt on it, which was quite easy. You can get them on eBay, so I just did that. I've actually got a very similar one. I think it's very similar to something you had. It's a silver one, and it sort of sits on its side. I think and that needs the belt replacing on both the turntable and the cassette. But looking at YouTube, you've got to really take it apart, like take all the circuit boards out and everything to get to the belts.
Yeah.
So I bought the belts, but I haven't got around to actually fixing it yet. But I think it's worth about £500 if I do. But it did cost me £100 at auction.
Yeah, there we go. And it's going underneath.
That's
cool. I love that. Pretty amazing. So it's well worth your time to try and fix that then, or get it working fully. 500 quid, hopefully. Yeah. I think I sold mine for 500, but that was from a collector, and he had already done that for me, which was lucky.
Right. Yeah.
So how are we doing for time? All right. So that's Derek. Yeah, go over, check him out. It'd be much appreciated. And we're coming to the end of the show already. Time flies. So thanks, Derek, for coming on. Appreciate that.
Thanks for having me on.
And while you're here, you can. We've got quote of the day, and today's is "Don't be busy, be productive." Amy says this to me a lot. I can say I'm massively busy, like just doing this and that, but I'm not actually being productive. So today, focus on a task. So picturing, don't get distracted, doing this and that. Just do your listing, be productive. Yeah, that's today's quote of the day. And I think that's everything. Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining us for episode 3. Hashtag Morning Readies. We'll do that again throughout the day. And then obviously tomorrow morning, react to a few. Like the video, subscribe if you're not, to both of us. It'd be appreciated. Tomorrow, it's someone's birthday here. So stay tuned for that. And then Friday, we've got another guest. So yeah, with that being said, thanks Derek again. Thanks chat. See you tomorrow. See ya.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot. See you later.
See ya.